everybody, welcome back to my channel. Aliyah here and you're welcome with the walkers. And in today's video, I'm hopefully going to try and make it quick and easy and just very simple. These are the 5 things I stopped doing and the 5 things I started doing as I was trying to get myself out of my quarantine COVID rut. And if you guys saw my last video, you will see that I am trying on my weight loss journey again since everything went down. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. These are the 5 things I stopped doing and the 5 things I started doing. So this is number 1 of the 5 things I stopped doing, and that is I stopped just drinking alcohol just to drink it. Like, I was definitely in the zone of just like, what else is there to do? So your girl was just like, meh, I'll have a White Claw, I'll have some wine, I'll have a mixed drink. Like, it was just for no reason. Like, I was just watching Joe Exotic and just like drinking. Like, it was like, okay, stop. It's enough. Get it together, okay? So yeah, so that's number 1. Number 2 is what I stopped doing is I stopped like negative talk. I stopped basically just kind of being hard on myself. You know what I mean? Like, I was just very like, oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I didn't do that. Or just really down on myself. And the only option for me out of this rut, the only solution for me was to just be as kind to myself as I possibly could. There was no other option. There was no other option. There was no other choice. There was nothing else. The only, I'm gonna be good to me because that's what I deserve. Like, that's what genuinely I deserve. You know what I mean? So I stopped the negative talk. Number 3 is the obvious, right? I stopped eating all day, like all day, because it would be 3 meals a day. It would be plus like 2-3 snacks, and then plus there'd be like dessert, and then plus there'd be like drinks. So I was just eating and eating and eating and eating, and I had too much. So that's what I started doing. I stopped eating so much, and I stopped eating all day long. So number 4, what I stopped doing is just sitting around. I got up, I stood up I lifted my ass, I lifted my butt off the couch, and I got active. No matter what. Yeah, that's number 4. I lifted my activity level and lowered my food consumption. Then number 5 isn't really it's like not really what I stopped doing, but it's more like a tip and more like a suggestion. For me, I don't do extremes. Like, so for example, I'm never ever having an oatmeal cream pie because those are my jam. I'm never ever having a nutty bar. Like, I'm telling you all the time. But I don't go to the extreme and say I'm never having that ever again. Absolutely not. No. Extreme and I just we don't really get along. Like, we're just not, moderation in me, we could go together. We go together. Moderation. I enjoy moderation way more than I enjoy extreme. So yeah, there is the 5 things I stopped doing in order to get myself out of the rut. And so here goes the 5 things I started doing. So number 1, to get myself out of the rut, I just started being consistent. Just really consistent. Every single day. Every day I woke up like, okay, what is it that you needed to stop? For me, it was the sweets. It was the sweets, it was the sweets, it was the sweets. And I was just basically like, I have to be consistent with this one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yes, I was just consistent with that. Started with one thing and just continue to be consistent with that one thing. So for number 2, what I started doing is, it's gonna sound super familiar. I was consistent. I was super consistent. So I'll add that into it. Consistent and intentional. What are your intentions? What are you doing? What is it that you want? You know what I mean? Like, what's the intent of, it sounds so cliche, but you really have to have a reason. And mine was that I feel better. The intent is to feel better. The intent is to be better. That was my intent. That was my intent every day. With my consistency, that was the intent. The intent was to be better. And so every day I had to do it. So that was number 2. Number 3 is I was just, y'all are gonna hate me. Don't hate me, okay? I was just really consistent. consistency is the key. Consistency is the name of the game. You want to do anything, you want to try something new, you want to pick up a book, you want to do anything, it takes consistency. It takes you to change what you were doing and to do something else. And being purposeful. What is my purpose? Kind of like my intent, you know what I mean? But what is my purpose? My true purpose of doing this, and like the end goal, the reason why. It is extremely important to me to show my children a good example of just health and moderation. And you know, you can eat excitingly, and it doesn't have to be bad for you or anything like that. You don't always have to eat out, and you don't have to eat fast food. Not that they never have it, but that there is a certain level of moderation that they automatically learn from a young childhood. Your health is your wealth, baby. Your health is your wealth. Yes. Number 3 is I was consistent and purposeful. So number 4, which is a whole new lifestyle for me, is meditating. I meditate. It probably sounds like the simplest, you know, solution, whatever, but I started becoming one with myself and my vibes and my mood and what I wanted and the energies around me, and I really needed to just get back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you need meditating for me. It's not like a quick solve of anything. It's not like, oh, I have no worries or anything like that, but it teaches you so much, and it gives your mind a break. And that was my biggest thing. The fifth thing that I started doing to get myself out of my little COVID rut, and it was to just completely 360 our diet, my whole household. We just completely just threw out the old ideas of, not even the old ideas, just the old habits, the old consistent habits of just like, when you eat cleanly, you just eat the basic sort of things. So basically, if we wanted like a Vietnamese dish, we would look it up, we would get the instructions for it, and we would cook it and we would make it. You know what I mean? Like, we started having fun and started thinking outside of the box of like chicken, salmon, cod, kale, you know, spinach. Like, we started thinking way outside of the box and started trying things that we've never tried before. How we want to eat. We really thought about how do we want to eat, you know, and started doing it from scratch ourselves. And we're better off for it. We feel so much better. And I hope this was mad helpful to you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. From here on out, you'll see a lot more toning videos and how I eat videos, how my children eat sort of videos. Transitioning away from just like my postpartum weight loss journey and getting more into, you know, the toning side of it, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm happy with my size. Now I just want to slicken up. I just want to tighten up. And so if you're here to tighten up, if you want to get slick, real slick, stick with your girl. I got you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.